going to walk through various programs that I have developed for one of my class called Python and Deep Learning. So this is the first program. The objective of this program is basically to read a list of tuples. Basically, the tuples consist of the name, the subject, and the marks in the subject of each student. And the objective is to read the name of the user as a key to the dictionary, and the rest of the values like department and the subject and the marks as the values to the dictionary, and sort them based on their values. So there are two Johns and each is marks in different subjects. So this is the output. So John and sorted with physics and science, history and science, and marks and science. The second program was to read a substring and print the longest substring without a repetition value. So here if you see PWW is the repeated value, so it's not PWW, is not the strongest substring, whereas WKE and KW are the longest common substrings. So you see the objective was to find out the longest substring and also the length of the substring. So there are two longest substrings and the length of 3. The third one was to show the object-oriented nature of the Python by using class and the concepts of inheritance and also multiple inheritance. So basically we are trying to show the concept of class and inheritance using a library management system. So basically we had created a class called person, but whenever the object of person is instantiates, you'll see that name and email are instantiated and displays to display the details of the person, and a student which inherits the person. And apart from the person, he had another values like student ID, and we are keeping track of number of students. And there is a librarian, he's also basically a person, so inherits a class person. And there is another class book which doesn't inherit anything, and there's another class called borrow book, so book will be borrowed by a student, and the borrow book is also kind of a book. So basically it inherits both student and book. So this is the concept of multiple inheritance. So basically we're getting an empty array and appending all the objects of each class to that array and printing all the information of different class. The fourth one was to show the linear regression using data set called load Boston. We are storing the data set and finding the correlation of each value to the data set and finding the linear regression of the data set and showing its value using R-square and RMSE. So I'm gonna run the data set, and also I'm plotting the value of each input and to the correspond to the output is nothing but a price. So this takes a while to run as the data set is huge. So basically we are showing you the correlation of each data set to the output value here. And also printing the correlated price values, the sorted value. And these are different plots with each feature to its corresponding output. So by the time it is done, let's walk through 5 and 6. The fifth program was to read a data set, do exploratory data analysis by removing null values and encoding your output, and perform classification using 3 different models called naive Bayes, SVM, and KNN, and find out the accuracy of 3 different models on both the training and test data. Sixth one was basically doing the clustering on the data set and find out the score of that and do a standardization, and using the elbow method find what is a good number of clusters that we have to do, and send it as an argument to the k-means and find its score. So you see for the fourth program, this is the R-square and RMSE value, and when I do lab 5, this is nothing but doing a classification on 3 different models, naive Bayes, SVM, KNN. So you see the value of performance for naive Bayes is more because the prediction was 97% on test data. So let's run quickly 96th one. This was KNN.